10 starts now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 10. I'm Justin Betty. Today, millions of people across the nation stopped to pay tribute to those who paid the ultimate sacrifice while serving our country. And that includes in Rhinelander, where the Oneida County Veterans Council held a Memorial Day ceremony at Rhinelander High School, along with the school band, show choir, and a number of speakers. Newswatch 12's Megan Mamlock was there and gives us a closer look.
The Northwoods community came out in numbers over the long weekend to pay tribute to our fallen military. The large crowds were not surprising to State Assemblyman Rob Swearingen.
They're so interwoven in our lives, right? Everybody here came because they remembered somebody. This is not just a three-day weekend. It's not just a long weekend. We're here for a reason, and that's to pay our final respects to those that paid the ultimate sacrifice.
The memorial ceremony at Rhinelander High School had full stands compared to last year's event, which, like so many others, was canceled, leading this year's last roll call of Oneida County veterans who died between May 2019 to May 2021 to be longer than usual.
What really hits home, they read off, I believe, about 219 names today, and a lot of those people I knew. And so, unfortunately, we weren't able to mention them last year because there was no ceremony because of COVID.
For many, Memorial Day is filled with excitement, with a long weekend and cookouts. But this day is meant to reflect and thank our troops for their sacrifices.
This is the opportunity to reflect on the freedoms that you have today. Our Constitution, the ability to vote, all of our freedoms were not free. They were given through the loss and service of our members.
Honor Guard members in attendance say they hope this reminds people to not forget our freedoms and where they come from.
The members that have fallen and that still serve today should be honored, and that's why I come. I feel it's patriotic. We need to do this, and we need to pass this legacy on to our children and other generations.
That's Megan Mamlock reporting. Leading up to the event at Rhinelander High School, there were a few stops at local cemeteries in Oneida County. And many people also took a moment to reflect on their own, like these folks at the Veterans Memorial outside the Oneida County Courthouse. Newswatch 12's Cooper Henkel snapped this picture. He had today off, but he was paying tribute again on his own time. President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden visited Arlington National Cemetery just outside D.C. today, paying tribute to those who lost their lives, saying Americans can honor them by fighting to preserve our democracy.
We owe the honored dead a debt we can never fully repay. We owe them our whole souls. We owe them our full best efforts to perfect the union for which they died.
President Biden also said it's not the same, but he does have an idea how some people feel today. His son, Bo, a veteran of the Iraq War, died of brain cancer 6 years ago yesterday. Today, President Biden also issued a proclamation commemorating the 100th anniversary of the Tulsa Race Massacre. It's when a white mob destroyed a wealthy black neighborhood called Greenwood, better known as Black Wall Street. Dozens, if not hundreds, were killed. Biden is traveling to Tulsa tomorrow toward the Greenwood Cultural Center and meet with members of the community there. All right, time now for our first check of the forecast. Jeff, it was an eventful evening across the Northwoods.
Yeah, the strong storms are over. With it go the hail and the high winds and heavy rain. There's still some rain left over here in Waupaca County, but that's it. It's moving out of the viewing area now. We're going into clear air mode radar-wise across the area. That's good news. That means we are drying out. All right, temperatures today hit 73 earlier. And then we got some rain-cooled air in here. 70 in Eagle River, 77 for Shawano. So don't get too used to these because we have much warmer air in the forecast. Now the attention turns over to the warming temperatures and more humidity as well by the weekend. Outside now, some rain-cooled air in Rhinelander, 47, 50 in Leona, 55 for Waupaca. So it's comfortable out there now and not very humid at all. All right, so your forecast then for tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies. The rain is over with low temperatures down near 45. Your full forecast is coming up, Justin.
All right, thanks, Jeff. An Oneida County Sheriff's Sergeant was killed in an ATV crash over the weekend. Oneida County Sheriff's Office says it happened Saturday evening. 36-year-old Archie Keelan of Hazelhurst was riding an ATV in Iron County. They say Keelan's vehicle struck an object. He was tossed from his seat. He was pronounced dead at Aspirus Hospital. A fire tore through a building in downtown Park Falls last night. A witness tells us it happened at the empty business space that's next to Pal Cafe. The apartments above had to be evacuated. No word if anyone was hurt in that fire. Police say an officer shot and killed an armed man in Milwaukee last night. Milwaukee police say officers were responding to a call of shots fired. When they arrived, they say they found an armed man on a front porch. Police say as they approached, the man then ran to the back porch and fired his weapon. They say an officer then shot and killed him. Police have not yet released that man's name other than to say he was 49 years old. The officer has since been placed on administrative leave, which is standard after a police-involved shooting. They say the nearby Waukesha Police Department has taken over this investigation. Well, it's a holiday, so take this with a grain of salt, but the Wisconsin Department of Health Services has now reported 2 straight days with less than 100 new COVID-19 cases across the entire state. Today, DHS reports 82 new cases. The drops your 7-day rolling average to 225. It hasn't been that low for more than a year, since last April. DHS also reports no new deaths today. We're averaging 3 per day statewide over the last week. Nearly 48% of all people in Wisconsin have now received at least 1 dose of a COVID-19 vaccine, according to the latest numbers from DHS. Though, as you see, the number varies a lot by county. Darker shades of green, the counties with higher vaccination rates. Dane County has the highest rate in the state. Over 66% have received at least 1 shot. Clark and Taylor counties are each under 27% for 1 shot. Many Americans hit the road this weekend, and they're seeing the highest gas prices for this time of year in quite some time. According to AAA, the national average price for a gallon of regular unleaded gas just under $3.05. That's the highest price on record for Memorial Day weekend since 2014, though it is only a few cents higher than it was 2 and 3 years ago. Prices are even higher in California, as you're seeing, with a gallon of gas costing about $4.20 on average. As summer visitors returned to the Northwoods this weekend, so did vendors, with the hope of better year at the flea markets ahead. Newswatch 12's Rachel Eiler headed to St. Germain for opening day for their flea market and gives us a closer look.
In 2020, under the pavilion, flea markets were a bit quieter. A year later, cars lined bumper to bumper with visitors packed shoulder to shoulder.
Obviously, with Corona, there was a lot less people, a lot less vendors, not the crowd we have today.
And this year is definitely looking different, with more people coming from across the nation to the St. Germain Flea Market. Look behind me, we have cars from North Dakota, Michigan, a little further down, Illinois, and even as far south as Arizona. People are all coming for a new sense of normalcy.
It's overwhelmingly, there's double the crowd here today than any time last year.
Mick Fenn comes 900 miles from Oklahoma, splitting his time between the 2 states. He says the crowd's return doesn't surprise him.
Everything we've done this weekend has been packed full. The craft show in Eagle River was, I think, probably exceeded expectations, and everything going on. I think people are just ready to get out and get back to normal.
And just like Northwoods visitors, locals say there's a new sense of hope heading into the season.
I'm very happy about it. This is what keeps our little town going.
We don't have to wear masks. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great to see all the people out again.
And even better for the market's vendors. Jared Norgal and Emily Kern return for their 2nd year at the market, this time seeing much better turnout.
Last year was kind of iffy for us. We weren't sure how many people would show up because of COVID. And this year definitely has been different so far. We've had a lot of visitors and sold a lot, so that's been really great.
Manager of the flea market, Renee Kecker, only expects that success to continue throughout the season.
Our fire department hugely relies on this. I hope that every Monday is like this or better, because this is amazing.
Reporting in St. Germain, Rachel Eiler, Newswatch 12.
Meanwhile, the Phelps Historical Museum hosted its annual open house today. It included a book signing from Gerd Klausmeyer on a pictorial history of Phelps and Conover. The museum also debuted new displays celebrating the Phelps School's 100th anniversary this year. They're open Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays from 10 till 2 right now, as well as Thursdays from 4 till 8. Music on Main Street's returning to Boulder Junction on Wednesday evenings throughout the summer, starting June 16th. From 7 till 9 in the evening, area musicians will be performing outdoors on stage at People's Park. There's limited number of picnic tables and benches available, so it's recommended you bring a lawn chair or a blanket if you want to go. Carry-ins are permitted. Restrooms are available. In case there's bad weather, the event will be canceled for that week. For more information, you can visit the Boulder Junction Chamber of Commerce website. Tomahawk's Music on the River is back this summer for its 14th year. The concert series starts June 23rd with weekly concerts each Wednesday night from 6 till 8. The concerts are free and open to the public. Sierra Park's indoor arena will be used in the event of rain. To see this year's lineup or for more information, you can check out the Tomahawk Music on the River Facebook page. Switching gears, there's more drama in Israel this week, this time on a more political front. We'll look at the latest push trying to oust Benjamin Netanyahu in just a few minutes. But first, Jeff Sid with your full forecast. You're watching Newswatch 12. Proud to serve Woodboro and folks all across the North Woods of Wisconsin.
Quality Homes of Tomahawk now sells modular homes built by Wisconsin Homes. Wisconsin Homes has maintained a tradition of building some of the finest homes on the market. Quality Homes also has a large selection of new manufactured and mobile homes. New homes starting at only $48,984. All prices include delivery and setup anywhere in Wisconsin. Whether buying your first home or a cabin getaway, Quality Homes has the experience and expertise to make your dreams a reality.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country. Experts in every field.
Welcome, Pump 15. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
I have a question for you. Were you wearing your seatbelt today?
Yes, I was.
Do you always wear your seatbelt?
I do, thank you.
Do you need any help out there?
Do you want to help me? Am I in trouble?
No, you're not in trouble. I just want to say thank you. We really appreciate that you wear your seatbelt every single day. Click it or ticket.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no. One man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Well, maybe your dog is still hiding under the bed. He can come out now. It's looking pretty good tonight. But after a lot of hail fell across the area today, anywhere from penny size up to $half size hail, even ping pong and golf ball size hail in some spots earlier, as these were very prolific hail makers across the area today. But they are now pushing out of here. We're in drying out mode, and we are in a good spot going forward. Also today, lots of heavy rain. So the lighter green colors in here are an inch or more of rainfall, and it came quickly too, as these kind of sat over us for a couple hours this afternoon. Some urban flooding in spots today, but that is now done. Our soil can take lots of moisture, as you know. All right, here's the radar, and we're going into clear air mode here in Duluth, over to Twin Cities and La Crosse. That means we're looking for bugs, not looking for precipitation, and we have that still on the map here in Green Bay. But again, you can see this is the last piece of this. It's kind of getting out of here now. It's been kind of a rainy day across the area. You can feel it kind of bubbling up this morning, and it did through the afternoon, with lots of severe weather reports from 3 o'clock on. So here's the big picture, and what caused all this is just a little disturbance in the atmosphere. It's this guy right there. Not a lot to look at, I know, on the surface map, but it sure did a number to the atmosphere today. It kind of shook it all up, and what you get out of that was severe weather with us today across really just north central Wisconsin. The rest of us looking pretty good. Big low across the east, lots of moisture across the southwest. They always need the moisture, as you know. And then high pressure is going to build in for several days now, and the narrative is changing over from severe weather threat today over to a long duration dry stretch and really warming temperatures. It's going to feel like the dead of summer around here by the time we get to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Out there today, though, high temperatures did this. 73 in Rhinelander, 71 for Antigo, 70 in Shawano, 71 Paca. So some spots got close to the 80s today, and that was the fuel we needed for storms, and it was out there. The atmosphere tapped into that, and we got thus the severe weather we had earlier this evening. But the averages now are 72 in Rhinelander, 46 for the average low, 29 in 2009, and look at the sunset. Our longest days now, are moving into that at least, is at 8:39 earlier this evening. Sunrise tomorrow at 5:11 a.m. Okay, so here we go. Temperature-wise out there now, still some rain-coolness around. 47 in Rhinelander. It's refreshing outside. 50 in Leona. It's a nice evening. The stars have come out. The clouds have kind of cleared out of here. What's going to come up next is the dense fog. That's going to be a thing tonight. After the rain showers today, the air goes calm tonight. The temperature meets the dew point, and thus you get fog. And we're going to get that this evening, especially across parts of north central Wisconsin. But here's the bigger story. 75 tomorrow. Okay, we'll take it with some sunshine. 74 for Wednesday. And then look what happens. Thursday, 78. And those are mid to even upper 80s on the way. Friday, Saturday, into Sunday. And it's not just going to be the heat, also the humidity. So a hot weekend's on the way. And once they get here, they may not go anywhere quickly. This is the longer range trend. Here we're talking parts of June 6th to the 10th. So not this coming up week, but the week after, basically. It keeps that core of the warmest air right across the Great Lakes and across the east. This could easily put our high temperatures in the 80s. Not through next week, but the week after. So if you want some heat, here it comes. We have a long stretch of 80s most likely on the way as soon as we get closer to the weekend. And with the heat comes the allergies. You know that. Tree pollen is just off the charts right now. Grass pollen now in the moderate category. That'll likely go to high here pretty soon. So this is probably a reason why your eyes itch and you have watery eyes out there today. Okay, going forward though, your forecast tonight is partly cloudy skies. So dense fog is almost likely now, especially in areas that saw rainfall today as the temperature meets a dew point with low temperatures down near 45 and a calm wind already out there right now. For tomorrow, okay, it's Tuesday already, partly cloudy skies after some early morning fog, all right, that'll burn off very fast. Sunrise is early around 5:15. And look at that, 75 is the forecast high tomorrow with a southwest breeze around 5, so barely there breeze tomorrow. A great day for fishing, right? And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows a return to summer. Tuesday, tomorrow, not too bad, right? 75. Increasingly humid on Wednesday, 74. Really humid on Thursday, 78. And the fans are back on the map. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with highs in the 80s. What you don't see on this map is precipitation. We could have a long, dry stretch heading into this weekend and the early parts of next week. Justin?
All right, thanks, Jeff. This month's tension between Israel and Hamas wasn't enough. There's some political drama in the Middle East tonight. Opponents of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu working on a plan to remove him from office ahead of a Wednesday deadline. NBC's Kelly Kobiea reports from Tel Aviv.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is facing a serious threat to his hold on power. A former ally and far-right politician, Naftali Bennett, has said that he will work with opposition parties to try to form a government. If successful, Bennett would become prime minister, ousting Netanyahu from power.
So I think it's a very dramatic moment for Israel and politics, and for Bennett himself. He's taking a huge gamble.
It comes 11 days into a fragile ceasefire with Hamas, an agreement that did not play well politically for Prime Minister Netanyahu. The prime minister also facing trial on corruption charges, which he denies. The opposition coalition parties have until Wednesday at midnight to sign formal power-sharing agreements. But Prime Minister Netanyahu has been in similar positions before and has managed to find a way to survive. Kelly Kobiea, NBC News, Tel Aviv, Israel.
Well, still ahead, we have tonight's edition of Your 2 Cents. Plus, we'll see if the Brewers could keep their win streak alive after the break. But first, here's tonight's Job Watch.
Job Watch is brought to you by RIPCO Credit Union.
name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for Spinal Aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
Carpet City.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center and get the toughest waterproof floors in the industry, where they're in stock and on sale. Rigid Maximum XL is 50% thicker and 30% longer, resulting in maximum durability, which is perfect for active families and pets. Not to mention, it's easy to install. Come to Carpet City Flooring Center to get your Rigid Maximum XL waterproof floors today.
Carpet City. Our prices will floor you.
Summer's here, and with a great deal on a new Toyota, you can go out and enjoy all your favorite summer sports, like softball, beach volleyball, triathlons, woo, racing, golf. Whoa! Someone needs lessons.
Right now, you can lease a new family-friendly 2021 Sienna or a stylish new 2021 Highlander for just $299 a month.
Get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Coming up on your Tuesday, we'll be joined by Nurse Christina Paris for this week's Nursing the North.
And things will be drying out, Peter, but guess what? 80s are on the way, and I'll explain when those 80s will be moving in coming up on the Tuesday edition of the show.
Luis Urias. Fly ball right center field. That should be well deep enough. Reyes can't catch up. It bounces on the warning track and over the wall. The Brewers are going to win it in 10 innings. It's Luis Urias on this Memorial Day.
Don't look now, but the Brewers are on a roll. Luis Urias carrying the crew to a 3-2 win over the Tigers in extras tonight. Milwaukee has now won 5 games in a row. This is the time of year when we start seeing more thunderstorms pop up, and our caller on tonight's Your 2 Cents would like our weather alerts to be a little more urgent.
So the latest rounds of storms with the crawler going the bottom of the TV, before the crawler starts, it sounds like a doorbell or like the chimes you'd hear when the elevator is closing. It didn't really grab my attention. I don't know if it's a volume thing or what have you, but it didn't grab my attention to make me want to look at the TV and warnings of the severe weather. So I would hope that either we turn up the volume on that or maybe change the tone to make it more alert worthy. But other than that, got no other complaints about anything. I think you got a great weather team there, and I really enjoy watching Devin in the morning. He's a great weather person and does a great job. All right, thank you. Bye.
If you want to make your voice heard on Your 2 Cents, call us at 715-365-8812, extension 319. I'll respond to some of your calls on Friday as part of My 2 Cents. We'll be right back.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Ag Country Farm Credit Services.
Hi, my name is Betty. I had taken a fall in November and, unbeknownst to me, got a horrible whiplash. Dr. Scher was the first one to tell me, well, you know, Betty, you've got 2 bulging discs and a pinched nerve. So I signed up with Dr. Scher. It worked. It worked. I mean, I now have full range of motion. It was life-changing. I don't have any pain.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery. just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
Roofing season is here, and Bear Renovations is the Northwood's #1 choice in roofing and rain gutter systems. Whether it's shingle roofing or metal roofing, big or small, the Bear does it all. Stop by our showroom just north of Tomahawk on County Road A or call 715-966-6649 today. Remember, you can like us on Facebook, but you'll love us on your roof. Bear Renovations is locally owned and operated. Call the Bear.
Have you ever looked up how much of an appliance is made in the U.S.? At Maher Water Corporation, we use systems that are 90% made in the U.S. In fact, over 80% of the unit is made right here in the Midwest, and 75% of the entire unit is made right here in our beautiful state of Wisconsin. Combining the local made product with a local family company means money spent here stays here. So call us today to meet our Wisconsin-made family.
Update your home's exterior with help from Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out. We have the best in-stock selection to take home today, or design your door your way, in-store or online on Menards.com. Larson Storm Doors let fresh air in and help save on your energy costs. Right now, get 11% off our entire selection of Larson Storm Doors. Save today on everything. Right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
A case of mistaken house leads to a rude awakening in Milwaukee. Jeremy Roth has details, and tonight's Take a Look at This.
An allegedly intoxicated teen got a very rude awakening when he allegedly broke into and fell asleep in a rented house full of sheriff's deputies. The trio of Montana deputies were staying in the Milwaukee Airbnb property when it happened.
About 2:30 in the morning, I heard some crashing around upstairs. Matt finds this dude laying in a bed in our house.
Later, one of the deputies, an avid TikToker, broke the bizarre scene down on social media.
This silly guy found the one Airbnb in all of downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin, loaded with cops. He woke up in handcuffs.
Local police say the man wasn't charged and believe he simply walked into the wrong home. The force is strong with a very unique property for sale in Houston. The 7,000 square foot home is known as the Darth Vader house, and it's easy to see why. The head-turning contemporary home has 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, and a 4-car garage, but bargain-hunting house hunters don't hold your breath. The asking price for this Jedi-inspired gem is $4.3 million. Speaking of diamonds in the rough, this Washington man on a mission trekked across the country and found a 2.2-carat yellow diamond in Arkansas's Crater of Diamonds State Park. He used it to propose to his girlfriend, who said yes, and plans to pair it with the gold he panned in his home state to have a personally sourced engagement ring made. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
At WJFW, our Newswatch 12 News team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most of all to the North Woods. Our team is committed to the community and ensuring that you are as informed as possible. NBC Newswatch 12, news from where you live.
Step 1, build a workhorse that works harder. Give it a letter. Then do it all again. Rethink, redefine, rebuild. Gear it for adventure. Make it sleeker, lighter. Make it tough, the toughest ever. And then make it a hybrid, because the only ones who can outwork the workhorse are the ones that built it. See your Ford dealer to build and pre-order your F-150 or Ranger today and get an additional $500 bonus certificate on top of all offers.
ArtStart, WJFW, and Walmart collaborate to feature creative kids in the Northwoods. Submit your art projects, science experiments, and more at artstartrhinelander.org.
My husband's parents were visiting, and I promised them a home-cooked meal, except my boss had a different idea. He tells me, hold your horses. I call my husband and I say, I'm slammed, and he's like, Quick Trip, and I'm like, bingo. At Quick Trip, I say, what's good tonight? And the Quick Trip guy is like, everything, but I go for the hand-breaded fried chicken, and I go, make that ×4. Being none the wiser, my mother-in-law is like, I always said she's a keeper. I'll run with that.
Quick Trip, we got you covered.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for spinal aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
Jeff, we are through the storms for a while.
Today was a busy weather day, but literally hundreds of pictures came in. Thank you, viewers. Lots of videos and pictures of the hail we had earlier today. But there was some big hail. I mean, golf ball size hail and nothing to play with.
I saw like them shoveling hail.
Yes, it covered the ground. But this is the last of that. It's moving across parts of the Wapaka area now, really. It's out of here. See you later. We're in drying out mode, and we are in good shape going forward. However, we're likely going to start a dry stretch now, which is not really great news at all either. And then we're going to crank up the heat, and not just a little heat, but a lot of heat, especially over the weekend with temperatures maybe approaching 90 on Saturday.
I'm surprised, but it's June starting tomorrow.
It is.
So
Is that tomorrow? Is that like 2 hours from now?
Right?
Hour and a half?
Be that, oh well.
Too much.
Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.